For this part, we're going to be talking about the HAD page, the Harm Attack Display. So a couple of things about the HAD page. It's basically a top-down view of the battlefield, kind of like your HSD. So you see there's a lot going on the HAD page right off the bat. These are my pre-planned steer points, these SA2s here. These green things indicate inactive radars. So if it's green, it's going to be inactive. If it's yellow, it's going to be active. So this 2 acquisition is active at this time. I can TMS up on this 2 acquisition radar and it'll put a magenta box around it, and then when the harm is ready to be fired, it will fill that magenta box in. So it's kind of hard to tell whether this 2 is active or not right now. It's black. So 2 is still active. So let's see what happens when we have an inactive 2 acquisition. Yeah, you can't tell whether it's active or not. So another 2 acquisition popped up here. I'm not sure if these are the same target. Presumably they would be different targets. Another thing to note about the HAD page is up at the top right hand side you have the Precision Guided Munition Index, and that's only if you slew the cursor over the threat. The PGM index will tell you how accurate of a solution the HTS pod has on the target. Right now this 2 acquisition that I'm kind of staring at is a PGM index of 5. So that's the least accurate. It goes 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 1 being the most accurate solution for the HTS pod. So you can see as I'm kind of like flying a beam this 2 acquisition, PGM index is getting a little bit more accurate. See this 2 AC over here jumped all the way over, so PGM 2 on that guy. This one's still PGM 4. So I can bug that 2 acquisition by TMS up, and it'll fill that with the magenta box, identifying that the harm is ready. I can also select multiple targets with TMS up, and there you can see that the targets now have a circle around them, and in order to swap the targets I can switch from that search radar to this search radar to that one to the 2 acquisition by TMS right. TMS left has no functionality here, and if I TMS down on a single target, it'll remove that target from the priority list. So again, I can go over here and remove that target. Then if I just do it on no threat at all, it'll clear the entire page of targets. Again, the uncage button will cycle between target isolate, non-cooperative, and shutdown. Now that I got a pretty accurate shot on this too, I'm going to bug it, and then I'm going to take a look at my targeting pod, and I can see the fan song right there. So you do not need to lock the target with a targeting pod. What I'm doing is I'm just focusing on it so I can get BDA on the fan song. Fan song is inactive, so if I fire this harm now, it'll probably go after the 2 acquisition, the spoon rest. And what I'm going to do is go back here, focus on the 2 track of the fan song. I'm going to put it in shutdown so it focuses only on that. I'm going to wait for ready.
Counter.
And it's ready. I'm going to fire. And then I'm going to get eyeballs on this smoke trail.
Counter.
I'm going to defend a little bit.
Counter.
Try to stay tally with the missile. The missile that's
Counter.
coming after me, I don't really care about the harm because it's going to do what it's going to do.
Counter.
And I'm just going to maneuver that missile.
Counter.
Okay, so we got a splash on the fan song, so that's excellent. You can see my fan song here is dead. So that is the HAD page. That is the harm attack display, and the third option to fire a harm in.